Get Out is more than just a psychological thriller. It focuses on many different relevant themes, including modern-day racism and guilt. Writer and director Jordan Peele uses several symbols and signs in this film to effectively examine these themes. In this video, we'll take one sign that appears quite often, the deer, and explain how it relates to the theme of modern-day racism in 3 of the movie's major scenes. The deer is used as a symbolic sign throughout the movie. The first scene we'll be analyzing takes place in the beginning of the movie when our protagonist, Chris Washington, is riding in the car with his girlfriend, Rose Armitage, on the way to her parents' house. They hit a deer, and Chris goes to see if the deer is dead and watches it while it's in pain and dying. This is an emotional, symbolic sign for Chris as it relates to how his mother died from a hit and run when he was a child.
That's how she died in the early morning, cold and alone. And I was watching TV. That was time. That was time.
That's right. There's a whole parallel between the deer and Chris, and of course Chris's mother, the suppressed memory of his mother dying after being hit by the car. Yeah, that's the whole deer metaphor.
Chris lingers over the deer, feeling helpless, just as he did in his mother's death. Later in the movie, Rose's dad, Dean, rants about how much he hates deer, in particular, bucks.
I say one down, a couple 100,000 to go.
Dad.
No, I don't mean to get on my high horse, but I'm telling you, I do not like the deer. I'm sick of it. They're taking over. They're like rats. They're destroying the ecosystem. I see a dead deer on the side of the road. I think to myself, that's a start.
At first, this rant seems ordinary, but it has a much deeper meaning. As you may know, a buck is used to refer to a male deer. Buck is also a post-Reconstruction racial slur. It was used to refer to black men who do not submit to white authority. This again touches on microaggressions and the theme of modern-day racism presented in the movie. Near the end of the movie, we see Chris tied to a chair in the recreation room of the Armitage's house. As the camera pans down, we see a buck's head mounted on the wall in front of Chris. The way Peele frames and films the deer, or the mise-en-scene, makes the deer appear to be looking over Chris. This is the reverse role of what we saw earlier in the movie. Now Chris is helpless and is being watched over by the deer instead of the other way around. Chris is able to fight his way out of the house by using the deer head to stab Dean. The deer is a symbolic sign for Chris overcoming the racism and control of the Armitage family. The deer serves as a symbol of revenge, not only for the people who were treated cruelly by the Armitages, but also as a revenge for the deer that Dean claims in the beginning are a nuisance to society.
A dead deer on the side of the road, I think to myself, that's a start.
Peele uses the symbolic sign of the deer to relay several messages to his audience. By doing this, he gives a different perspective of both guilt and modern-day racism.